Games in, how would you assess the start to your season?
Yeah, I think it's been a good positive start. Really pleased with the second half from last Saturday, and I thought we took it forward into the Barrow game, and to claim 3-0 victory there is, just the boost we need going into another tricky game at the weekend at Woking.
When you get going with your season and it's a proper match situation, you can't really recreate it, can you, in friendlies pre-season? Did you see things from your players that you've maybe not seen before?
Well, I just saw signs that it's gelling. And we had good 6 games in pre-season, and everyone got integrated into the team and the atmosphere pretty well. But you're just waiting for the acid test of, when points are at stake, what we're about. And I think it does get the competitive juices flowing, and we've got some good competitive lads in the squad, and some of them haven't had any game time yet, but I just know that when it really matters, they've got the adrenaline's going. They've got the oomph within to really make a difference. So, but it's a game of patience for those lads at the minute, because Tuesday night went very well for us, and they deserve the chance to go again.
You said on Tuesday night how well you thought it'd gone, possibly near perfect, maybe over-egging it slightly, but what pleased you most from that game?
To be honest, the clean sheets, very difficult, always going to Barrow. It's still a windy day, a windy evening down there, and they've got some really good players. So it's just very good to see a professional job well done, and it's a good thing to happen as well, scoring set pieces again.
So sounds like a settled side then going into this weekend, from what you say?
Yeah, I don't think there's any need to really tinker with it. Just be better, continually striving to a little bit more polished and refine the way we play. There's still moments in the game where we're allowed to pick up on, as staff, and say, well, that was a decent performance, but I still think there's a lot more to come.
The players that aren't getting a chance yet, what are you doing with them? How are you keeping them sharp?
Well, there's extra training today. The lads who started the game and had the minutes, have had the minutes so far, had a light session, but the rest of the squad and a couple of lads training with us as well today had a really sharp hour with Paul Thirlwell, and all looked on it, and that's what you're looking for, the attitude and application of the lads who aren't getting the nod at the minute. And so it is a difficult ask that for a player. It dents the ego and the pride, and I've been there plenty of times, and as a player, and you're hurting. But as long as everyone buys into, look, it is a squad game. We need each and every one of them.
You mentioned about a couple of lads training with you. I guess reading into that, you're still keeping an eye on who might be able to come into your squad?
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, I mean, we lost a defender, so that aspect is something that we're certainly looking at, and had 2 good lads in today, and also another lad who's a versatile attacking player, just having a look. And it's difficult for those lads that either out of contract or being told to go out on loan at the minute, to really impress in training because of the amount of games this month. But they're hungry lads, and they'll have to be, if they want to join our culture here.
So looking at your opponents this weekend, Woking just come up into this division. What do you make of them? What have you seen of them?
Well, the league hasn't provided their game from the other night yet, which is a frustration, but hopefully will be sorted over the next 24 hours. But we've seen the video coverage of their first game, and it was a really good 2-0 win at Dagenham, which is a fine win. Newly promoted, got all that optimism and enthusiasm from that, and we definitely think it's a tough game ahead. It'll be a physical battle, more a case of the physicality of Solihull than the other night. So we'll see how we go, but we'll approach in the same manner. We have to be really competitive and physically have to stand toe to toe the first part of the game, and then hoping to make the big pitch big then, and trying to play our way after that.
You were in the same position last year, but how dangerous are teams that have just come into the division and still full of that enthusiasm?
Well, you have to keep them quite early on. And played years ago at Woking, and they've got that big grandstand that brings out the best in their players, because they get right behind them and really partisan. But we did a job, at Barrow the other night, and that fills me and my assistant there, Paul Thirlwell, with a lot of pride and confidence that the mindset is right, and we have to be relentless. That's the nature of the league. Barrow turned up, the fans turned up 1,600 there Tuesday night. You know, they get right behind their team, and that's what you get at this level. People turning up, driving them on, and so we're hoping for a good away following, even though they probably just got back from Barrow.